Happy Friday, everyone. It is time for me to get packed up for my next big trip. So in this video, I'm going to make some decisions and I'm going to pack up. So where am I going, you might be asking? I did share a full video on exactly where I'm going and how I'm getting there. I'll put a link to that video up above. However, I'm going to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon and I am camping for several days. I'm so excited. I won't blather on about it, but I've never been there. And if you watch my channel, you know how much I love the Grand Canyon, but I've only been to the South Rim and down into the canyon. I've never been to the North Rim. Very, very excited. So actually, how I'm getting there is that Energy is sponsoring the trip. Energy, you may have seen this before on my channel. They make this Energy Kodiak solar generator. It is invaluable for me when I am out in the field, in the wild, without any electrical plugs. So this helps me to keep everything charged up. I have a solar panel that I will be bringing along with this, and I will be able to charge this up with the solar panel, and I will be able to charge up all of my stuff with this. All of my camera batteries, all of my computer, everything I'll be able to plug into this and keep everything charged up so that I can continue to create for days and days while I'm off the grid. So one more thing that I want to say before I get too far into this video is that I do have an additional video for members only, and that one is an expanded version of this video. I will be going more in depth on my plans for this trip, some more details, and some more stuff that I will be packing, not just my gear stuff. So one other thing before I get involved, because I'm thinking about it, if you didn't see this morning's Friday morning rewind, check it out. It was a costumed project where I dressed up as a deer in the forest. And I will be in the forest again next week, not dressed as a deer, but hopefully I'll see deer. So anyway, there's that. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna get my tea out of the way. We'll put my tea by Frida back here so that I don't knock it over. So what am I gonna bring other than this? The camera, right? So I'm going to be bringing, in case you couldn't imagine, the Nikon Z7. It is my current favorite right now. So I'll be bringing that and the 24 to 70 millimeter f4 lens. I'm actually filming with that right now, so I can't bring it out and put it on the table. So let's choose a stand-in actually. Here, we'll just grab the D500. So this, pretend, is the Z7 and the 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 lens. Now, that's a good lens that's going to give me some variety, right? Some wide angle shots, but some, I'll be able to zoom in on some stuff. But I have another lens that is a Z series lens, and it's this one, the 35 millimeter f1.8. And I love this lens. I think that I'm definitely going to bring it, but I think that how I'm going to end up using this is going to be for, more of the video side of things. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to end up using this for. But anytime I want to get shallow depth of field effects, I will, probably be using this one. Although you can actually get a fairly shallow depth of field at f4 on this other lens, but that's a story for another time. So I will be shooting photo and video with both of those lenses. However, there's wildlife. Like I mentioned before with the deer, there's wildlife. So I know there's going to be deer and maybe probably some elk and squirrels, and I don't know, at the South Rim there's ravens. So I definitely need something telephoto to capture wildlife. And I have a few options here, but I think I'm going to bring my most telephotoist lens. This is also my largest lens, but it is the 200 to 500 f5.6 lens. However, this is an F-mount lens, so I need my adapter. I need my FTZ. This will allow me to use my F-mount lens on my Z-mount camera. Okay, so I have those things. I've been considering on and off what else I was going to bring. Am I going to bring another camera body? Am I going to, am I going to want to use another camera body? When I have gone on my last several big trips that I've documented for this channel, I have brought my D500 and my D810 and a series of lenses that I can use with both of them. But I feel like with this trip, I think I want to go light. I think I just don't want to bring anything else. I definitely need to bring extra batteries, so let me just go ahead and grab those. I've got hold on, I know you can't see me right now, but I'm back. I had to go down to my battery area. Battery charger and a couple of extra batteries. Now these are EN-EL15 batteries. The Z7 takes an updated version of these, but I can still use these, and I have found that I get decent battery life using these. The new one, EN-EL15B, I think. It's just expanded capacity. So anyway, I'll be able to plug the charger into the Energy Kodiak and keep my camera running for as long as I need to. Memory card. I need to bring an extra memory card just in case. As you know, the Z7 only has one XQD card in it. So I'm actually going to steal the only other XQD card I have out of my D500. And I'm going to just bring it along as an extra. And it'll just go back in my D500 when I get back home. Okay, so I've got backup batteries. I've got a backup memory card, if I can get it to go in this case. Get in there, little buddy. Well, almost. I'll get it to fit in there better later. I think that's the case from a different card. Anyway, there's those things. What else do I need? Batteries, backup memory card, just in case. And I know what else I want to bring. So I said I wasn't going to bring an extra camera, but I'm kind of going to bring an extra camera actually. I'm going to bring this action camera, and while I'm over here, you know what? I'm going to bring these things too. Okay, this is the SJ8 Pro made by SJ Cam. You've seen me review some of their other action cameras. They're my favorite. This is a new one, and I will be reviewing this, but where this will come in handy is just for an extra thing, an extra angle or time lapses. This thing is great for that because the battery life is incredible. Like I can film for well over an hour with this and before I need to charge the battery. And while I was over there, I grabbed these lights. These are Lytra Pro lights. I have not shared these with you, at least this set. I did share some pre-production lights that I was lent. Gosh, that was at least a couple of months ago that I shared that. But I really like them. Lytra did send me a new set, and I just haven't quite gotten around to making a video about these for you, but I definitely have some projects planned for these. One of the things that I want to do with them is actually do some light painting while I'm doing astrophotography. I recently tried astrophotography kind of for the first time. At least it was my first real effort. And oh my gosh, it was awesome. I fell in love with it. Now I see what you guys are talking about. Like all of a sudden you see all these things in the sky that weren't there before. So anyway, I was thinking that this would be fun to do some light painting of, you know, some of the nearby terrestrial things while doing astrophotography. However, you know what, as I'm saying that, there's going to be a full moon when I am at the north rim of the Grand Canyon. So I don't know if astrophotography will be in the cards for me other than, you know, taking some shots of the moon. So I don't know, we'll see. These things are going to be great for camp lights, for fill light while I'm doing videos because I can put them on top of my camera or on a light stand. That leads me to a couple of other things that I definitely need. Light stand. Okay, this isn't actually a light stand, it's a tripod, but I did buy this the other day. It's a GorillaPod. I'm sure everybody out there is like, oh yeah, GorillaPod. You don't have one of those? Yeah, I just got my first one. I got the 3K kit. I think this will be really handy for me because I'll be able to bring it hiking and stuff because it's nice and light. It's not too big. So yeah, pretty flexible. I'm definitely going to bring that. But the other things that I need for filming videos are, at least if I'm in the video, are in this drawer here. I need audio, which I realize there's not much in this little bag because I'm using my audio equipment right now. I have a Zoom H4n and a Sony lavalier mic, another Sony lavalier mic. There's one in here right now, but I'll be bringing those. I know that bringing a lavalier mic isn't like standard when you're going out into the field. A lot of people like to use microphones like this. I actually have my Rode Video Mic Pro Plus plugged in back here. A lot of people like to use these when you're out in the field, and I do like to use this sometimes, but when I am actually talking to you, trying to, teach some sort of photography technique or something, I tend to like less environmental noise, and that's what the lavalier mic does for me. So I don't think I'm going to bring this. I've been known to throw things in at the last minute, so I can't promise anything, but but I don't think I'll bring that. And then the other thing that I need for video is my video screen, which again, I'm actually using it right now, but I did just review this earlier this week and show you how I use it. It's just a video screen. It's on top of my camera right now, and it allows me to make sure that I'm in the frame, make sure I'm in focus and all that stuff. So I'll be bringing this as well. It has definitely become an invaluable part of my video making process. Okay, so I have all of this gear. I'm going to need I like to back things up when I'm out in the field. So I want to add on actually a little computer. It's my MacBook Air. It's actually in Raymond's office right now, but I have an 11-inch MacBook Air. We'll have my iPad stand in for it. Instead of bringing my big 15-inch MacBook Pro, I just closed my microphone cable into the drawer. I wondered what was tugging on me. Instead of bringing my big 15-inch MacBook Pro, I like to bring the smaller computer when I'm out in the field, because while I don't have as much power out of the computer, while I don't have as much screen real estate to edit photos and videos, it's smaller, it's lighter, it's less of a risk money-wise when I'm out if something happens to it. So I typically bring the smaller computer. However, I bring a hard drive, and this is a new hard drive that I haven't even shared with you all. I don't think I mentioned that I purchased it, but it is a 2 terabyte SSD, and I just got this little case to put it in. It's a Samsung. It says portable SSD T5, and it's a 2 terabyte drive. Not too incredibly expensive on Amazon. I'll put links to all this stuff down below, or maybe I'll make a kit actually, so that there's one link down below for you guys to go and click on. But I will be bringing this, so because the MacBook Air doesn't have a ton of storage, I can just pull everything onto here every day. Usually I just do it at the end of the day. I offload everything, so I will have all of my footage and photos on the memory card, but also on here. So at least I have a couple of copies of it. And I might be able to start kind of going through the photos, deciding which are the keepers, which are not the keepers, what I want to include in videos when I get back. So, okay. There's these things. Let's see. What else do I need? There's a couple of things that I'm thinking about bringing that I haven't really decided yet. I have a drone. I have my Mavic 2 Pro that I love, but I can't use it in the national park. So while it would be cool to get some additional shots like outside of the park, you know, while we're driving and things like that, I always love like that shot that you see in a travel video where, you know, it's way up high in the sky and you see the car driving, you know, on a big lonely road. But that means that I have to bring this, and I just haven't decided if I want to do that or not. Maybe I'll just see how much room I have left in the old Outback when it's time to go. But the other thing that I was considering is my gimbal camera. This is the Remoview K1, and I have been using it a ton in the last, I don't know, a whole bunch of months. This is what I've used primarily in the field when you see me walking along in the Grand Canyon, or in fact, actually that's where I think that's the majority of the footage when I was reviewing this was when I was hiking in the Grand Canyon. But since I have the Z7, I'm really trying to make a go of it with just using that for all of my footage. So this is another thing that I might throw in at the last minute, but between the action camera, which actually has pretty good stability, in-body stability, and the Z7, I don't know if I'll bring that or not. Okay, what am I gonna put all this stuff in? Oh, no, you know what else I need is cables. That's another thing I need. Okay, this is a lot of cables in here, but I definitely am gonna need cables to charge I need a USB-C cable to charge the action cam. I need micro USB to charge the Lytra lights, and definitely the battery charger for the video screen. So again, here's like one more thing that's kind of a stand-in. I definitely need to clean out my big bag of wires. But from there, I need to pack things up. Now the bag that makes the most sense for me is this one. It's my biggest bag, and I think this will be perfect because I'll really be able to fit all of this stuff in here. This will be able to fit my MacBook in the back, and then actually this is the only bag that comfortably fits this 200 to 500 lens, the only bag that I own that comfortably fits that lens. So I will be packing everything up in this. This is a K&F concept bag. I don't know, I have a review of it. I'll link that as well in that kit. But the other bag that I need is for when I'm hiking, because I do plan to do a significant amount of hiking and, you know, trekking around, and I'm going to want my water bladder and all of that. And this bag is not appropriate for that. So I have two options here. My two options are, again, I'm picking things up off the floor because you'll notice that my shelves behind me are always nice and neat, and sometimes that means that it's because I have a bunch of stuff on the floor. I have these two bags to decide between. Do I want to bring my Camelback, which is smaller, does not have a dedicated camera compartment, but I can put things in bags, or I have like a camera insert that I could put in here. Or the bigger Low Pro that does have a dedicated camera compartment, and you know what? This one has a waterproof cover. So I'm going to bring this one. I can put the water bladder in the back, and yeah, so I'll be bringing this with me. I don't know if it's going to rain while I'm there, so that's why I'm going to choose this one instead of the Camelback. Okay. What else might I need? I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm going to need. And in fact, I think this is where I'm going to stop here for this video. I will expand more about the new tent I got. I got a new sleeping bag. I'll extend and talk about those things, the food that I plan to bring, some of my actual specific plans for places I want to visit while I'm there. I'll expand on all of that in the members only video. So members, go ahead, and if you are a YouTube channel member, go to the community tab. You'll find the video there. If you are a VIP or patron, there's a link down below for you to log in and see the video. For everybody else, if you're curious about things like this, the behind the scenes stuff, when I go more in detail on things or on photo shoots or anything else, there is a join button down below. Or if you don't see a join button, there is a link in the description below as well for you to find out more about becoming a channel member and supporting the site. So that's it, everybody. I do plan to take lots of photos and shoot lots of video while I'm out there. I will be sharing videos and photos when I get back. While I'm out there, though, nothing, because I don't think there's cell service out there. So I will be around at least for a few days to answer your questions and all of that stuff, and then I'm gone for a while, and I'll talk to you when I get back. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll talk to you soon.